Every year in the United States, over 1 million cars get stolen, which equates to about 2,700 vehicles a day, which feels pretty staggering, but this statistic has been slowly going up as the years go on. And especially for car enthusiasts out there, it's not a winning battle. This happens all the time, and including, it happened to me not too long ago with my 1997 Subaru Impreza. Now, with the Civic that I've been building to put a K-Series in it, I've been doing everything in my might to make sure that I have all the right theft deterrents so that I can make it not just theft-proof, but really just take it to the next level so that I can feel safe taking it out and enjoying it. Now, in my honest opinion, I don't think there's any way of making a car 100% theft-proof, but I do think that there's a lot of things that you can add as layers of protection. As you guys have seen with some of my previous videos, I've done installations on a ghost key as well as a main relay conversion that includes a kill switch. But what I'm going to be installing today is the Jordan Distributors Ghost Lock, which is basically a very state-of-the-art GPS tracker that includes things like geofencing that really takes this to the next level, that makes it a lot better than what people usually put in their car. So what I have in my pocket here is some of the stuff that you'll find that people typically do when they want to make their car a little bit theft-proof. And one of the first things that they do is they get something like an AirTag or any tracking device of some sort. And sure, these do work to a certain degree, but it's very easy to find them, and they usually chirp when the thief is inside the car, making it super easy for them to find. They do run on a battery, and over time they can get drained and things of that sort. And then the most classic one that we see a lot of is the kill switch. So of course, with the kill switch, this is going to be a pretty good prominent solution that a lot of people will go after because it's cheap and it's easy to do. But again, there's all these limitations to it in terms of what's actually going to work. And just from seeing all the cars that I've seen at the auctions, theft is a huge problem, especially around here. This goes way beyond what is present in something like an AirTag or a kill switch, but gives you all those features and then some. And I think the best thing for me that I like about this is how I can digitally disable the fuel pump whenever I'm running an errand or I'm leaving it for a long period of time. It will give me text alerts to let me know when anything shady or weird is happening with the car. And on top of that, it just gives me a little bit of peace of mind to know that I have live tracking on my vehicle at all times. So if you're looking to see if the Ghost Lock is available for your vehicle, you can reach out to sales@jordandistributors.com to find out more. But with that being said, let's get into the installation and I'll show you some of the cool features with this product. And just to give you guys a quick recap on this car, this is my 97 Civic that I'm going to be doing a K-Series swap in. And this actually started out as an auction car that I bought that was a biohazard on the inside that had no key. This is going to be a pretty fun install for this little Honda. So one of the more difficult parts of this, but is actually not too bad, is finding a place to fish this through. So this is actually going to be what energizes the tracking device. And what you want to do is you want to find a good spot to run this through. So what I did is I took the grommet that was originally here and I piloted a hole, and we used some chicken wire to fish this through. But there should be some other products that you could use to make this happen. And this is going to be the power that goes all the way back to the fuel pump. Now, to get over to the fuel pump, what you're going to need to do is get crafty in the way that you want to run this wire. So what I did is I pulled the kick panel over there right where the ECU is at, and I also pulled out this plastic trim piece for the door sill, and I pushed this back so that I was able to sneak this wire around to make it look nice and clean. And then I went behind the carpet over here, as you can see right here, and I ran the wires over to the fuel pump. Now, when you get to the fuel pump, this is a plug-and-play solution for this, which makes it really nice and easy. You'll have to get a little crafty in the way that you want to do the wire management here. So you're gonna see this one that's coming out of here, and this is actually for a ground. And you could just find any old 10mm bolt that you could run something through here to ground it to the chassis. But what I'm going to show you right now is actually what the inside of the fuel pump would look like once you have everything connected. So once this is all connected, you'll see that you're going to have the original fuel pump plug right here, and then it's going to be going along with the original fuel pump plug that's going to go into this. So it's almost like a conversion harness. And you want to make sure that this is really snug when it's plugged in, which it is. Now we can go back here, put the cover on, and then we're all good to go. So this will all be protected by the rear seats, which is going to be nice and dandy once we have that all there. It's just 4 Phillips screws that hold this in. Maybe a little bit different depending on the make and model that you're working with, but for EK Civic in this situation, it's pretty straightforward. Now there is a little jacket that usually lives right here that helps with the chafing, but I'm gonna have to either fabricate something or find another solution, maybe even wrap this in a bunch of electrical tape just to make sure that none of this chafing goes along that sharper edge where all the wires go in. But for the most part, after that, you're pretty much home free. I pulled the carpet on this one just because I wanted it to be nice and clean and not have to worry about it later. And then you will also have to hide all the stuff here that's gonna go into the dashboard. So this will be really where you plug in the actual tracking device of the Ghost Lock. So it's gonna be right at this end connector. So you wanna find a clean spot where you can put all this stuff. You wanna make sure when you connect this that it's in the arrows. There's 2 little arrows on each side over here. And then you're gonna plug in the relays and you wanna find a good spot to mount these behind the dashboard. For the EK, I'm probably gonna just go with zip ties, but you do have mounting points if you wanna be a little bit more professional, but in the Tastefully Clap world, I think we can find something crafty to put this all behind. And then I'm gonna find a good spot to mount this, because this is really the brain of the whole operation, which I think is gonna be very important for us to put in a good spot. But I'm very keen on putting the battery back in. This will also be testing the new high performance fuel pump that I just put in here. And yeah, man, I just feel like this is another layer of protection.
Okay, so let's say hypothetically that I was gonna park right here and I wanted to turn the car off. Now, I'll get a notification if I have my settings set up saying that my vehicle has been found idling at this particular location that I'm at. Now, it's giving me some real-time information as soon as I go into the app, but I'm gonna take you through some of the settings that you can do. Now, the first one that I really like is just being able to activate and deactivate the fuel pump. So I can just go right in here and then I can either press disable now or enable now, and the car won't start. So what I can even do right now is get out of the car. It doesn't matter how far away I am from the car, and I can go over here and I can disable it now. So I'll press disable now, and the ignition has officially been deactivated. Now, if you're in some other situations, what you could do with this is you can use geofencing. So geofencing is basically gonna be these fences that you're gonna set up digitally within the app that are gonna show where it's safe to have the car parked and where it should be. Now, if you're doing something that's more on the go, so like in this situation, if I'm just running an errand here and I don't want this to be a permanent geofence, I can do something what's called a perimeter. And the perimeter, you can set up the certain amount of time that you want to use. You can even start at 15 minutes, you could do an hour, or you could make it custom so that if you're doing something that's more, you know, just impromptu, like you're going to do stuff, this is a great one to use. But now let's hop back in the car and see if the fuel pump is actually disabled, given the fact that we have put the setting in. So I don't have any kill switch on or anything like that in the car, and you just saw that I had it running. So there's no way for me to be able to replicate this without, you know, having to fully disarm the vehicle. So I'll get the keys real quick, if I can find them. Okay, so I have the keys, business as usual. Nothing. Fuel pump got cut off. There was a little bit of residual fuel, which is pretty normal, but in this case, you saw that the car won't start. So that tells you that it's actually working. And I also just got a notification on my phone telling me that somebody was trying to start this. So now I can go back to the vehicle and I'm gonna enable the fuel pump now, turn it back on, and now let's see what happens. I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna reset the ghost key, and now we'll try. There you go, it started right up. Beautiful. So this is very easy to set up once you have the wiring all the way to the back of the fuel pump, and now you can have something through the TrackMate app to make sure that your car is safe. And you can get all types of different notifications. I think one of the most prominent ones in here, honestly, is the push notifications for stuff like idling alerts. It'll tell you how long a car's been idling, if you have any sort of power loss, temperature alerts. And this is just the settings for the saver package. And if you want to bump that up through the app in TrackMate, you can actually get even more notifications if you want. But for me, this is more than enough and sufficient for what I'm going through right now. And it tells me all the logs for every time the car has been moved, and ensures that everything that I've ever seen when it comes to any movement with this car is being tracked in real time. So if it's been idling, has it been moving, has it been turned on, turned off, and all these situations here. So this is best used when the car is, you know, stationary, of course, because you don't want to do all this stuff while the vehicle is moving. But what I actually am going to do now is, just to double check, is I'm going to disable the fuel pump right now, and I'll give it a second here just to catch up, because I mean, there is going to be a slight delay since this is all being, you know, done through the digital network. But it should be pretty easy now to see if this will start back up. Nothing. And just to recap today's video, we saw how the Ghost Lock was really easy to work with when you have the app. You can use this beyond just your phone. You can use this on a tablet, you can use this on a desktop, but I really think this is a great solution for us Honda enthusiasts that have to deal with theft on a daily basis. Now, is this gonna stop anybody from breaking the window and taking stuff out of the interior? No. But I think out of all the things that I've ever put into a car that are anti-theft, this really just blows everything else out of the water. It's a really sophisticated product, and the functionality and the ease of the use of the app, and the fact that you can have levels to how much you want to subscribe to through the TrackMate app really makes this one worth considering. So I'll make sure to leave a link down below if you guys want to check this one out in further detail. But anyways, I got a lot of work to do on this Civic, but I feel a lot better now knowing that my car is going to be here when I come back tomorrow. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. So take care.